Hello and welcome to the live trading room recap for Tuesday, November the 24th. My name is Barry Anderson. I'm the moderator of our trading room. This is the address to get in, and the room is open between 9 and 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm on the mic live. Well, so much for a quiet day. It's funny. When I looked at the AI channel this morning and I saw only three strategies, I thought, okay, well, that's probably because it's going to be kind of quiet. Absolutely not. A lot of interesting trades today, and probably for a lot of us in the room, AVP, which was alerted on the AI channel, was probably one of the most interesting trades because let me just get to the time frame here, 15 minute, and let's just see. I want to click on, and this one is working also, but let me just click on AVP, and AVP was triggered right here at 319. And evidently, I don't know, Citi has put a $5 price target on it, and that obviously has caused it. Let me just get the pre-market in. So there's the pre-market. So here's where it closed yesterday at 288. So it popped over 3 in the pre-market. I didn't see it in the pre-market really, excuse me, but we did get the AI alert right here at 319. And I got into the trade at, let's see, 323 actually. I took the trade at 323, and it really did nothing for quite a while. Yeah, get the horizontal line. Got in the trade right here actually, and it fell back down to 321. It really did nothing for a long time, and then all of a sudden it just caught a bit. Now remember, I mean we're talking about a $3 stock, so the percentage gain. I sold some at 333. Excuse me. Probably have to get rid of the yeah, the crosshairs or the crosshairs sync. Yeah. So I sold some here at 333. I sold some more at 344. I just in the just wanting to take some profit along the way, and got a little greedy. I was obviously hoping. I mean, there was a $5 price target put on it, and not that I thought it would get up to $5 today, but I thought maybe it would challenge 4. But anyway, it didn't, and I sold the balance here at 350. What was it? 352. So I know that says 353, but so right around here. So great alert from the AI channel today. And you can see right here that this is a 70% win. There were 10 trades and 7 out of 10 won. And the other thing though was the profit says 48 cents, but that's a little bit misleading because these were all 60-minute time stops. And these were all on these small ones under $5. And after 60 minutes, let's see, 327 was the price after 60 minutes. So obviously, I mean that the profit is skewed because you look at this chart, there's no way you'd get out at 327. There'd be no reason. So, these are the things that we still have to work on are the stops because we have to put a stop in so that we can figure out obviously what the winning percentage is and what the profit factor is. We have to put a stop in when we're trying to optimize these strategies. So this was meant to be, so they put in a 60 minutes, and it seems to optimize well at 60 minutes. But just because it says 60 minutes doesn't mean you have to get out then, especially if the chart is not telling you to get out. So, I mean, arguably, this right here, this is the first red candle, 50-minute candle. So arguably, that's another 30 or 40 cents. And, profit on a stock like this, on all these small ones. So, it's saying 48 cents. That's probably at least $1 right here of profit on these small stocks. So anyway, that turned out to be just an excellent trade. Now, AEZS. This was not, of course, this was just the absolutely insane one. Here it was yesterday at well, about $4. Sorry, yesterday was about 462. It took the big pop here. Oh well, I figured that's over 869 in the post market after yesterday close hit 1398, and then in the pre-market it hit what did it hit? 14, I think it hit 14.15. Actually, no, I'm wrong. It hit in the pre-market it hit about 14, 1392, 1394. And so I was saying, watch this one if it goes over 14. And so basically, I mean, and this was a tough trade. I mean, this thing was moving so quickly, and look how much it's fallen now. But I was able to get in at 1404. So it says 1407, but whoops, markup 1404. And I sold at, let's see, 1475. I missed the big spike up here. Unfortunately, I was distracted a little bit. I mean, I missed $1 of the spike. Not saying I could have sold right there, but anyway, the bottom line is that I sold at 1475, 1442, and then 1412 as it was coming down. So it was a very quick trade. These are 50-minute candles, so this was all done probably within about 20 minutes. And it was just really a matter of watching this one from the pre-market, of course. Um, let's see. DLTC. This was just a really nice alert from our friend Real in the room. Um, wrong, obviously wrong. Just one second. Sorry about that. Obviously, it's not DLCT. It was VLTC before, but it was dollar DLTR. DLTR. And Real actually, asked us to watch this one right around this area here. And this was one of the few earnings plays, and that's one of the interesting things. The fact that earnings season is basically over. I mean, obviously there are always going to be companies probably releasing earnings, but the big guys are over. But it's interesting because that means that because there are few earnings plays and there are a lot of investors that just want to play the earnings play. So there are fewer earnings plays to go around. So a lot of my belief is that a lot of these will just get looked at a lot more closely. Anyway, the bottom line is that this was a really nice play. I know Real was in around here, and then I think he got stopped out a couple of times here, but then got back in, and I took the trade right on the break. It's hard to see it here, but let's pretend that's 74.14. Ah, it is 74.14. Took the trade. Actually, I took it at 74.15. Got out some at 74.62 up here, and I was able to get out some right here, almost at the high. I was saying I wanted a bid of 75.15. I got the bid of 75.15, so I took that. That's $1, of course, from the 74.15, and then took out the rest at 74.90 as it came back down. So really good alert from Real in our room. And the only other kind of a silly one that I did, this one VLTC. I mean, look at what has happened to it. Now, if you don't know VLTC, let me just bring up the daily chart. And this is the one that went absolutely bananas a few months ago. And the reason being is that Carl Icahn said he taking a 51% stake in the company. Here it was at penny stock, 99 cents. I think it was announced right around here. And then, the following days it just, went ballistic. Had its real comeback down to earth. But it we started getting alerts on this, and this is from, I have to start watching this one again. This is my low floaters on the move window, and I'm going to really start watching these again. And I'll just tell you what my theory is on all this before I tell you how I didn't botch the trade, but what happened is I decided to take the trade right here. Let's get to the 15-minute candle. And I said in the room, this was just, I don't want to say for fun, but because it hit 22 before, you never know what these things can do, and if you're not in it, you can't play it. So I took the trade right here at 812, and very small. I said it's small, and I exited at basically at 712 for $1 loss. But it was very small. But definitely going to watch this one going forward. Now my theory on these ones right now is that because if you look at KBIO, and this is the one that here it was 252 just a few days ago, and it hit 40. I mean, craziness, $46. So if you've seen this and you haven't been in it, there's as much anxiety about losing in a trade as by not getting into a trade. When you see all this and you kick yourself and you think, well, okay, must have been done there. Oh, okay, must have been done there. Must have been done there. You play, you just basically play the must have been done there game. And now, I mean, it's coming back to back down to reality, perhaps. But you know, you get all anxious because you miss this, you miss these, and this just started at as a $2 stock. Same with the AEZS yesterday. You know, the same sort of thing. I mean, it just started as some sleepy little stock, and then it, you know, it from $4 up to $15. So I think what's happening is that, you know, a lot of these, the VLTCs, some of the smaller ones that we saw, even the AVP, the Avon, but some of the smaller ones, and it's just, you know, it's a coincidence only that we had our Mighty Mouse, which are looking at stocks under $5. But whoops, but also the fact that these low floaters are really starting to. Here's another one, this STRP. You know, this is one that had fraud allegations, I think, against it, and you know, take a look at it on a daily chart. You know, so it's had a massive, massive collapse all the way from 50 down to here, and then somebody posted that some activist or some shareholder, obviously that people know. No, that's not right. Let's get it down here. Okay, took a stake in the company, so we'll have to watch this one. You know, especially if it gets over 10. I mean, these are massive gaps that have to be that in theory can get filled. But my point is that I think people now they don't want to miss the next KBIO that went from 2 to 45, or the AEZS that went from 4 to 16 virtually overnight. So I think this is why the low floaters, and these are all low float stocks. I mean, 1.24 million in the float in STRP. This is another one that was alerted on the RAI channel at, I think, at around $4. 1.15 million in the float. I mean, those are insanely low floats. So, you know, if people want them, you know, that's what happens. They just drive the price up. The only other one I wanted to, you know, this is my pet, of course, ZFGN. This was our trade of the week last Monday, not yesterday, but a week ago Monday, and I actually got in the week before that because of this pattern. Look at this beautiful, again, this probably happened, I think, when all the buyouts were tanking. This happened because of bad news. So, but this is what we look for, it had the bad news and a little bit of a spike, then the collapse again, and now it is just starting to try to fill this massive void. So I'm in at about 1320. So I have sold some on the way, but I'm just going to hold this one for again for a while until this really gives me a reason to get out of it. But this is exactly what we're looking for. I mean, you can't get a better looking chart than this, assuming that, you know, some of the bad news is worked into this. Now, interestingly enough, yesterday, you know, the old class action, as I call my wife loves it when I say the old this, the old that, but the old class action suit was filed against it, and it initially drove the price down to the 14, I think the low 14s, and then it completely recovered, and now it's just on its merry way. So we'll have to see about this one. So anyway, you know, I mean, these low floaters on the move, and I'll just share. I mean, this is simple enough for you guys to make, okay? I mean, all I've done is so a minimum volume today of 300,000. Here's my price range, 50 cents to 20 million, but less than 15 million in the float. Okay. And so, and then basically a new high. I'm sure that the trigger must be a new high. Whoops. Yeah, just a new high for the day. So that's the trigger. So again, just very, very simple. You know, stocks between 50 cents and $20, 300,000 shares minimum, and no more than 15 million in the float. And then if, you know, if they start to get some traction, I mean, look out. And I think that's what people are looking for right now. All right, so tomorrow's Wednesday. That's the last day. I basically took a poll in a room. I may take Friday off also. I know Thursday the market is closed and Friday it's only open half a day. So I may take Friday off also, but we'll have to see. Okay, that's it for today. Here is again how to get into the room. Here's the address. Open from 9 to 4. Hope to see you in the trading room tomorrow. Bye bye.